All right, so we're already recording.
Oh, weird.
Oh, did you bring the beer down?
Oh, yeah, beer.
Sweet. Oh, just what?
Well, just one for now.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to episode 4 of Blunderbuss. We have a whole bunch of stuff to discuss, don't we?
Lots of things. Yeah, lots of things. I heard that we got an email from a fan. Are we going to go over that?
Oh, yeah, we're going to go into that, but I want to hold on because we got some corrections to make.
Okay, so we're automatically going to jump into the part where we apologize for last episode.
Or just correcting.
Redactions.
I'm correcting some mistakes.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, so first our Annunaki story. I believe I said like 3,500 years ago is when they showed up. It turns out it's actually 450,000 years ago.
You were way wrong.
Yeah, these stories came from before the Bible was written.
Okay, like for
all their stories.
Ancient Sumerians, right?
Yep, and they are nearly exact replicas of those stories. So
they're
take
way
that
old.
as you
Way
want.
old.
Way old. Yeah. There's also a section on. There was a couple movies we discussed. Remember when I told you that thing with B.D. Cooper?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a movie.
Yeah.
So there's a movie called Without a Paddle.
Without a Paddle.
I was wrong. I think I said Brendan Fraser. I just couldn't remember. I was completely wrong. Let's see if I actually put on there who... It was the guy who played Shaggy from the live action Scooby-Doo.
What's that guy's name?
And I think Seth Green was in it.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was B.D. Cooper. They go on a comedic adventure after their friend died to finally do their childhood dream of tracking down B.D. Cooper.
Yeah.
And they do.
Oh.
And he died in a cave.
So that's a movie recommendation.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Good one.
There is another one. I was talking about like a guy who found the cure for cancer and, out in the Amazon rainforest or whatever. Yeah. So that was actually called Medicine Man, and it wasn't starring, I can't remember who I said. Was it Brendan Fraser for that? Oh, no, it was Robin Williams, I think, is what we're like. Was it Robin Williams? I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
It was Sean Connery.
Oh,
completely
close. Yeah, that was in the ballpark. It was a person.
Yep. So yeah, and it actually turns out he came across the cure and couldn't figure out how he did it. And like as his funding was about to be pulled and all this like craziness, he realizes it had to do with ants contaminating his sample. And that's when he found out that the ants actually had the cure for cancer and whatever they produce.
And this movie is called Medicine Man.
Medicine Man.
Sean Connery.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We didn't have much from last time. Honestly, I felt like the Annunaki story was kind of lame. It wasn't really great. So, I'd do better for sure.
Just maybe we need another shot at it.
Well, the thing is
Annunaki Part 2.
It could be its own series.
Yeah,
like this stuff ties so deeply into world history.
You could approach it from a million different angles and yeah.
It's a never-ending.
This
saga.
episode, I'm going to talk about Bigfoot.
Ooh, just right out the gate.
Bigfoot,
just dropping the BF.
That's
right on everybody.
Right on top of everyone.
All right.
Yeah.
So what about Bigfoot?
So, well, should we do a Bigfoot or should we go with a...
Okay, we could go through that email
from the fan.
Oh, fan who is willing to give us a load of money. A fortune.
We're rich.
So rich.
Rich in family.
So I'm going to pull up the email. and just so you know, we actually have a paid actress that will read it out for us.
Yes.
You know.
You're going to piecemeal that in?
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be so
good.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Oh, I can't wait.
Good day, my beloved. I send this mail praying it will get to you in a good condition of health. My name is Miss Grayson Jackie. I am a citizen of United States of America, USA. I am married to late Mr. Jackie Robinson George, who was a small gold company owner. My late husband died on an airline crash in the year February 2010. During his lifetime, he deposited the sum of $11,500,000 in the bank. The money was from the sale of his company and the death benefit payments and entitlements of my late husband by his company. I am sending you this message with heavy tears in my eyes and great sorrow in my heart, and also praying that it will reach you in good health, because I am not in good health. I sleep every night without knowing if I may be alive to see the next day. I am suffering from long-time cancer, and presently I am partially suffering from leprosy, which has become difficult for me to move around. I was married to my late husband for more than 6 years without having a child, and my doctor is confirmed to me that I have less chance to live. Having to know when the cup of death will come, I decided to contact you to claim the fund, since I don't have any relation. I grew up from an orphanage home. I have decided to donate this money for the support of helping motherless babies, less privileged widows, and churches, also to build the house of God, because I am dying and diagnosed with cancer for about 3 years ago. I have decided to donate from what I have inherited from my late husband to you for the good work of Almighty God. I will be going in for an operation surgery soon. Now I want you to stand as my next of kin to claim the funds for charity purposes. Because if this money remains unclaimed after my death, the bank executives or the government will take the money as unclaimed funds and maybe use it for selfishness and worthless ventures. I need a very honest person who can claim the money and use it for the charity works, for orphanages and widows, and also build schools and churches for less privilege that will be named after my late husband and my name. Please, I'm waiting for your prompt response if only you are interested. I will send you further details and the bank contact details where the funds have been deposited for you to contact the bank for immediate release and transfer of the funds into your bank account as my rightful beneficiary. May God bless you and your family. Best regards, Miss Grace and Jackie. Written from the hospital.
So what do you think of that?
I think we need more emails like that.
Oh, yeah. We need a ton more. So we do...
It's clear that Miss Jackie Robinson is a huge fan.
Huge.
Thunderhead.
And she's going to give us millions.
That's right. So we need all our fans to do that.
Yeah. Just give us millions of your own money.
That's right.
Please.
To help motherless
children and to build houses of God, the late Anu of the Annunaki.
So I guess what I'm saying, if you're out there and you're a blunderhead and you have millions of dollars, send us an email.
And yeah, we'll help take that off your hands.
Yep.
You
don't have to worry about that anymore. We'll make sure it goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Good cause here at Blunderbuss 3D. We help people. We're really good with that.
We could help people if we had millions of dollars.
Millions.
That's the takeaway.
That's it.
We could help people. And so
give us millions.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have millions, send us an email in the show notes. It's underneath the dilly.
The dilly show notes.
Yeah,
right
take out
below.
the dilly show notes.
Once you get into our section, scroll down. There it is. Perfect. Millions of dollars. We can help people.
And while you're there, follow us on the socials. We got a Twitter. We got a YouTube. We got a
Facebooks. And I was considering doing an Instagram for us, but we got to take pictures. Oh yeah. Look at the show notes. We'll have to look at the show notes for that one.
Follow us on LinkedIn.
Follow us on LinkedIn.
We'll ensure that your feed has
so anyway,
Blunderbuss.
I wanted to say we replied to Mrs. Jackie Grayson, or Miss the widower Jackie Grayson. And we said we will absolutely help you with this. Just tell us what we need to do.
We'll get right back. Yeah.
And we'll get on it. So we're waiting for her response. And, we might even be able to get Miss Jackie Grayson or even her lawyer on the show with us.
Well, that would be a special event.
It would be. We should do it.
Blunderbuss talks to a widow.
Oh, it'll be amazing.
A widow with millions of dollars.
There's going to be tears. It's going to be great.
Well, yeah, in her condition, she might not be able to join us on the phone, but we look forward to hearing back to you from you.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Miss Jackie. Let us take your $11.5 million.
We'll do what needs to be done with it.
Exactly. What needs to be done? I'm trying to see if I can find our response so I can read it.
Yeah, let's look for the response.
But something weird happened.
What happened?
When I sent the response, it vanished from my sent box. Which is kind of a flag. And also, what's a little weird...
I smell a conspiracy.
Yeah, there's something weird happening here with Miss Jackie Grayson. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what Miss Jackie comes back with, or Miss Grayson.
Miss Grayson.
And yeah, we should be good.
Yep, and send us your own emails.
Yeah.
And we'll maybe read them on the podcast. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we will.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, tell me about the Miss Jackie Grayson in your life. Forward that over to us, and we can discuss it.
That's in the show notes.
In the show notes. What is it? Blunderbuss3d@gmail.com.
That's right.
It's in the show notes.
It's in the show notes. Check it out. Yeah, I think those individuals who send those emails, they are a different class of people, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have just a whole different thinking process.
See, and usually they're like really badly misspelled, and they have poor grammar, and you can see this not exactly the way someone who spoke English would write.
Yeah.
And apparently, supposedly, this might just be made up. I might have just made this up, but supposedly that's supposed to be on purpose. Like they could fix it. Because you could just pop it into Google. You could just pop it into Chat GPT.
And it'll fix it.
Yeah, it'll fix it.
Yeah.
But they don't want it to be fixed. Because if you filter out all the people that would notice this misspelled and it doesn't make 100% sense, then you get down to the people that are going to be more likely to fall for your scam. So it's an interesting bit of psychology from what would be the scammers. So here's a question. Is it morally wrong to scam people?
Well, I would say yes. What are we coming at? What's the angle here?
What if you're part of a larger operation? Like, what if you're an employee?
And it's your job.
And it's your job.
You just try to collect a paycheck.
Yeah, you're just feeding mouths.
And it is an interesting, I think, a good thought experiment here, because other cultures, this is okay. This is what they do. This is part of their day-to-day life. So who are we to say that is immoral for them?
Well, it's certainly not as immoral as if you're running the operation.
True. You're the one just doing the job. You're not the one that's facilitating it.
Yeah, running up against the. I think there's a interesting thought there.
Yeah, that's
maybe
it could
be an interesting thought.
This brings to mind a former FBI director. His wife was scammed.
The FBI director's wife?
Yeah. By a Jamaican lottery scam. They fell for it. Or she fell for it. I don't know. But that happened. And I got to tell you, if you're going to scam somebody...
you might not want to do the FBI director's wife.
That guy has strings that... I would probably say a very small, less than 0.25% of people in the world have to pull.
Yeah.
You do not want to target those people.
That's a mistake. So there's some revenge that happened here.
Yeah. I will see. Oh, big surprise.
Big surprise.
They recovered everything.
Wow.
I
wonder how much money they stole.
I think it was like $400,000, something like that. It was a large amount, and there's a little clip here that I'm going to play.
What's his name?
William Webster. William Webster, former FBI director. Yeah, he invented the Webster's dictionary.
The dictionary.
He was correcting people from the turn of time.
Wow.
Like, no, that's not right. This is how you say that, and this is what it means.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's a good
true hero.
Yeah, American hero.
Let's listen to what this man has to say.
I get more calls than you would anticipate, and this one.
He's 95.
Sounded like I had won something, congratulations, and so forth.
The total value of the award is about 72 million.
72?
$72 million. You're the first place winner. And the reason why they selected you to give you this amount, because I do some of your background check. I know that you was a judge, you was a lawyer, you was in the U.S. Navy, Homeland Security, the basketball team, and all of those stuff. I do your background check.
In this particular case, I think my wife heard me having the conversation, and she was protesting in her own sweet way that my playing around with somebody like that don't string him along.
The caller told Judge Webster with $50,000
later,
give him the 72.
I don't know how the conversation turned sour, but it did. And at that point, he shifted gears, and instead of sweet talk, he began to threaten her.
Hey, I know you're playing around, right? You know what I'm not going to do? I won't call you back. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your husband. I'm going to set your house on fire because you seem to be playing around and you doesn't know who am I. So listen, I'm not giving you any more warning. I'm just going to send out my guys and listen. Anytime you put back yourself in Washington, D.C., you'll be killed. Look, a sniper, I know you're home. You see, you live, the place where you're home at, you live at a very lonely place. And the moment you arrive, I'm going to put a shot in your head. I'm going to burn your house down. I don't play.
Wow. That turned dark.
Exactly. So she ended up doing the transfer, from what I remember, and they luckily were able to recover it. They caught the guy and the small group he was part of, and all of a sudden you don't see or hear anything of these people again.
And he disappeared.
So
no one never knew who that was.
So, I mean, think about this. They did the research. They knew who they were talking to, and they still went through with it.
I think that's another chapter in the 21st century book.
Criminal book,
yeah. It's like fucking up.
Yeah. The dumbass criminal and his big mistakes.
Don't do this.
Chapter 7.
I'm gonna be. Let's go.
So one of the things before we move on real quick is I wanted to say that scammers will do this to the elderly all the time. They'll target them, and then when they feel that they're losing a handle on the scam and they think there's a chance of success,
there's like a tactic.
Yeah, they will turn aggressive. They'll tell you they're going to kill your family. They're going to do stuff that, there's nothing, that they would want to happen to their family. So when they start threatening, I'm going to come to your house and kill your children or your grandchildren or your spouse, whatever, that brings it to a whole new level from the person being scammed. And it happens all the time. And the only way we can really stop this is with awareness. People need to understand that if you didn't apply for something, you didn't win it.
If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yes, and even the off chance that you actually did win something, you should still be very, very skeptical.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anybody on the phone at this point, because you can spoof a number. It's not that hard to spoof a number.
Yep.
You can find whatever, especially as we go into like the future, you can make voice recordings and make it sound like anybody. That's what's going to be real scary about where we come up in the future. The unfortunate thing is if you have like a loved one who's not all there, and they even know better, that you have this conversation with them over and over and over again. Hey, don't answer the phone if it's not a number you don't. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Like, these companies won't call you and ask for information. They're not going to call you and ask for money. But even still, they'll still answer the phone. They'll still pull out their credit card. And what we found might be helpful is you can lock a credit. You can lock a credit down with the credit bureau agencies, and sometimes removing the credit card is what you got to do. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just shut it down, so no one can open anything new. The other thing too is that you might not even have been scammed.
Yeah.
You might have had your data sitting in some organization, some company, and they've been hacked.
Yeah, that's true. And speaking of that, I got my settlement money from the Equifax breach.
Oh yeah, how much did you get?
$17.
Woo!
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
I went to Taco Bell.
I got it too.
Oh yeah, how much?
And so did my wife.
Ooh,
I think my wife had. Guess how much she got?
$17.
$3 and like 81 cents.
Wow.
Guess how much I got?
How much you get?
$21 and something.
Let's go.
So apparently a lot more of my data was stolen than my wife's.
That's interesting.
I don't
They
understand.
were running way out of money.
Yeah.
So they started processing.
And so they're going down based on whoever applied in what order. Like it's slowly going.
Well, that's what makes me feel really good about that situation is that for losing my identity information with a company I have no choice but to deal with.
Literally.
I got $17, and your wife got
$3.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, you can round up $4.
Yeah,
That's how much her credit's worth to them. $4.
yeah. Well, from Equifax's position, they're probably like, well, you should have taken the online credit monitoring. That's a $50 value.
And so this is the weird thing. I got a letter, and so did my wife, in the mail shortly after we applied for the refund or reimbursement or whatever payment. It said they didn't have the money to do it.
Yep.
They ran out. So everyone instead they're going to get that credit monitoring for 2 years.
Well, I think I remember it a little bit differently. I got an email saying, "Hey, we are gonna run out of money. You might not get any money back from the settlement. Are you sure you don't want the credit monitoring?"
This was like a physical letter in the mail telling us that we didn't have a choice. We're getting the credit monitoring.
So it was a surprise.
Yeah.
When you got some money. That's literally finding money on the ground.
It was Christmas in February, or actually January. I don't know. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. And what a time it was, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, to get that
amazing.
money back.
It'll never be like that again.
Yeah, I agree. Opening my mail, seeing $17 check.
Just
Ooh, it's
a
like
thrill.
Peak. Yeah, it's peak. Thank you so much, Equifax. Lose my data again, please.
Yes, I want another $20.
Get hacked again by the Chinese government.
So that's fine. Go ahead and do that. And then our federal government will, of course, be looking out for me and you, and will make sure they give us $20 or 17
They'll
or
hold
4.
them to the fire.
Yep.
And you'll get $20 for the.
Thank you, federal government.
And maybe a candy bar.
And a candy bar.
Yeah,
well, price of chocolate has gone up. That's a bit rough.
Buy your own candy.
Yeah. You can spend your whole check and pay half for a candy bar.
Also, vote for me. Vote for me next election season, please.
Connor Hedgie is announced. He is running in 2020. Hold on. Never mind.
No.
We're going to retract that.
Yep.
That's not official
Not
yet.
We can't go public with that information yet.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
No. Well, isn't it true, like, with your local elections, like, if you run for a seat, chances are that you might get it because there might not be anybody else.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's literally when I voted last time. Yes, I voted, and you should go out and vote. I don't care what you hear from the news, from your favorite Trump supporter telling you that your vote means nothing. That guy's out there voting and laughing at you sitting at home not voting.
And vote early. Vote early.
Vote early.
Yeah.
It's so much better. You go there may be one person ahead of you. you get out just like that.
Yeah, make time.
Yep. Anyway.
Yep. So, what do you know about cryptozoology?
Cryptozoology.
That's the study.
Oh, hold on. Let me try. Let me take a crack at this. I have no idea. What is it?
It's a study of Bitcoin.
Oh!
No, it's not.
Like monkey Bitcoin or something?
Cryptozoology. It's a search and study for animals whose existence or survival is disputed.
Oh.
So
that's got to be a big field.
I imagine there's tens of people working in this field.
Tens of 20,
maybe 20s of people in the United States working in cryptozoology.
I think we should look into this.
Many people might get paid.
Yeah,
they might get paid for their work.
All right.
So that's, if you're a student and you're studying, maybe think about cryptozoology.
Cryptozoology.
But there are things out there that we don't know about.
Yes. There are things being discovered every single day.
How many new animals do you think that scientists, not cryptozoologists specifically, but all scientists found last year?
We're talking like even microbiology, like microbes and...
Yep. Lower your expectations a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. 24. They found 24
Holy crap. That's more than one a month.
That's right. That's
a lot.
A month.
How long have we been the way we are and how far our reach is? We're all the way across the globe and we're still discovering a lot of animals and stuff. Crazy.
Yeah. And you think the United States is pretty populous, but there are places where the wilderness is deep and untouched. And one of those places is the Sierra Mountains.
The Sierra Mountains, where are those at?
The Sierra Mountains, I don't even know. Hold
on, probably Washington or something? I know there's a lot of country up there that no one's ever stepped foot on. Sierra Mountains. I'm talking out my ass. I have no idea.
It's a mountain range in California.
Okay, so the right coast.
Yep. And it happened a long time ago. I think 1970s. But these guys recorded something that will make your hair stand on an end.
Holy.
Yeah, this is a warning. I want you to play this sound. This is from 8 miles out. They recorded this. Wow. And it keeps going. It keeps going. What do you think could make that sound? It could be...
Oh, that was good.
It's compelling. Anything
compelling evidence. I'm a believer now.
Yeah. 8 miles out, they recorded that.
Holy moly.
And if you listen closely, it sounds like a language.
Man.
It sounds like something's talking out there. And what could be talking out there?
That's crazy.
It's a hominid.
A hominid.
A bipedal hominid.
A bipedal hominid.
People report that it stands 6, 7, 8 feet tall.
Whew.
It's got a...
Shaquille O'Neal.
It's got a a footstep about 6 feet long.
Ooh, dang.
Some people say it smells like a skunk. Yeah. It's empirical evidence of Bigfoot.
I can't argue with it. I just listened to it. I mean, you guys just listened to it. How can you deny?
It's unsettling. It's almost human-like. It is proof that there is an unknown creature in the woods.
The Sierra Mountains.
In the Sierra Mountains.
California.
That has its own language.
Yep.
And it's passing that language down from parent to child. Now,
so I could do a loop back to the Annunaki there, because apparently they tried several times and failed several times. Anyway, continue.
To create a human. Yeah. And that is something that we could pivot to, or we could talk a little bit more about, because there's a lot that we don't know between the connections of human, Homo sapiens?
Homo sapiens, yeah.
And our ancestors. There is a link, and their Neanderthal. We know that it's a link. We know that they
were cousins, species.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's like the Hobbit people in, I want to say, India, and there were like giant people in.
Wait, they did a 3-part docu-series, something about rings, Lord of Rings or something, that talked about the hobbits and dwarves.
That's true, and it could be based on a true story. I think that when you look at the evidence for Bigfoot, we're talking, then there's the evidence, there's so much out there. We're talking about the Sierra event that we just listened to. That we're talking about plasters of footprints.
Yep. I saw some of those. Those were big feet.
They are large. And
very
that's the
large.
thing with these big feet plasters. You look at them and you're like, what could have made that?
Yeah, that clearly isn't quite human how large that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have DNA evidence that they don't want to tell you about.
Oh yeah.
Because people will find Bigfoot fur. They'll send it to the lab and they'll say, this is not human.
Oh yeah, they'll be like, this is synthetic, or
it's clearly not human. When we did
this
the
was a
DNA test,
deer.
It's clearly not human.
Yep.
So
why are they comparing? Clearly not human.
It's clearly not human.
Yep.
There are lots of I don't know where we're going.
It's getting hard, isn't it?
We keep going.
It's like Bigfoot. Oh, so there is this Bigfoot hunter who's like a big name. There is a Netflix docuseries or a documentary that he takes all these like scientists out. I think it's in Washington. I think that's where I was getting that. And they'll go miles and miles out into the wilderness, and he'll show them evidence of Bigfoot.
And the range of big feet is the entire United States, pretty much. Anywhere where there's woods, there's big feet.
Well, I mean, I think there's ties with the Kentucky grassman, right? That's Kentucky version Bigfoot, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and there's like the skunk man in Florida.
Skunk man.
Yeah, it's proof that there's something out there.
Yep.
And we just have to tune into that. We have to keep searching for it.
I'm a believer.
Oh, thank you. There's been stories of animals who've been ripped apart, trees knocked down,
broken
like in half.
like some that are like what 7 foot up, it just snapped like
But-
two people or two hands just snapped it like a
But it's-
small twig.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
a human couldn't do that.
Yeah, human, definitely. And there's no doubt Bigfoot would not be human.
And there's one more compelling case I have.
Okay. You don't really have to tell me, I believe, but let's go.
That's one more.
Let's go.
Some people say that Bigfoot is just a person in a costume.
Ah.
If that can't be true, but if it was, I propose that it's Britney Spears. Have you ever seen Bigfoot and Britney Spears in the same room at the same time?
Never.
I haven't either, and that's why
That
I
makes
think
sense.
Bigfoot could possibly be.
And you
Britney
never
Spears.
hear about Britney Spears out there looking.
That's right. She's never out there looking for Bigfoot. When you ask her about her, she's like, "No, I don't believe in Bigfoot. It can't be real." But she's just trying to get everyone off the scent.
Exactly. Red herring.
That's
yeah.
right. And the sightings of Bigfoot have gone up since
Exponentially.
Britney Spears stopped doing music. It's true. Look it up.
Yep. Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
So, next time
Cool.
you're in the woods and you hear a sound, it might
Look
just
over
be,
your shoulder.
It might just be big feet.
Big feet or Britney Spears. We don't know.
It could be either of them.
One or the other, most likely.
Yeah. Great times. Good job. Yep. So
So I wanted to talk, and I even mentioned this several times when we had a bunch of tweets going out
yeah, we've been
about the us versus them mentality. However, there's something else happening right now in America, and it actually is hitting the news. The
something on
US
it. Is it unexplained?
Yeah, well, some of it, yes.
It could be. Does it have any connection
Something's out there.
with Bigfoot or aliens? Or
I'm
the Annunaki?
thinking, so now listen,
Okay.
hear me out. Well, let's go into it, shall we? So, as many of you may have heard, I mean, it's potentially true that you didn't hear about this, but there was a balloon that came across the United States,
big balloon.
Pacific to Atlantic, big one. Something like it could carry like 7,500 pounds of payload. It was a huge monster balloon. And it came from China.
The Chinese sent it.
Yeah. And so everyone says it's a spy balloon. And we got really mad at Joe Biden because he didn't get that thing shot out of the sky as soon as he saw it. And he let it fly over
The whole United States.
the continental United
Yeah,
States.
the continental United States. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's kind of explained. Okay, China's spying. You know, we spy, they spy, we all spy. It's
I Spy.
It's an I Spy game
Yeah.
played by governments. But anyway, what's more intriguing to me is that since then, multiple unidentified objects have been shot down that were not balloons.
Not balloons.
They were smaller in size. They were saying like around the size of a car. They were cylindrical and appeared to just be hovering.
Like stagnant in the air.
Yeah, just chilling out there at 30,000 feet, 20,000 feet. So, America is like, let's blow that baby out of the sky.
So, do you think the Chinese balloon is just a cover-up
For
something else?
espionage is a real thing. And governments play it on a grand scale. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is some sort of misleading red herring. But it's intriguing.
It is intriguing.
Because
I want to take it at face value. Like, what would the Chinese balloon be good for? What would that be before?
So here's the thing, and I was actually looking this up recently. So like in America, apparently we have some sort of laws and regulations about weather balloons. And they can only hold about 25 pounds or something like that of payload. And, maybe more, maybe less, whatever. But it's not a lot of weight. But this balloon could apparently hold up to 7,500 pounds. And they're saying the solar array itself was probably around 600 pounds by itself. And, it looked like kind of like a satellite, a traditional looking satellite you would think of.
It sounds like more than just a weather balloon.
That is a possibility for sure.
What's China saying about that though?
It's a weather balloon, and we overreacted, and we shot down their equipment. They want it back, but America said, "I'm going to blow that shit up," and you know what they aimed for? Not the balloon.
Ooh.
So China's not getting their shit back.
That's right. And that Winnie the Pooh looking motherfucker can eat.
He's mad.
Yeah, I bet he's mad.
You poked the Boo Bear.
He probably killed at least 6 people that got his weather balloon.
Yep.
Shot down.
God damn it. He's like, all I was trying to do was map the weather over the United States.
Yeah.
And
that's all I wanted.
They, shot our really good, expensive equipment down. Made in China. But I don't know. The little unidentified spherical objects that are or cylindrical objects that keep getting shot down.
But they're not connected to China. Is that right?
I think as of the last time I read, there was nothing to actually indicate a connection. But the Pentagon was looking into it. The thing is, you think they would tell us once they find out what was going on?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, I wouldn't tell us. I mean,
I wouldn't either, because there's people like you and me out here
that would just take it and run with it.
And
just right into the woods, right into the arms of that hairy, big feet.
Hairy, big-footed bastard.
Son of a bitch out there eating sheep, breaking trees.
So that's very interesting. So what I wanted to say was we're in the 60-year window of the supposed return or in-range of the Annunaki homeworld. So what if these cylindrical objects were actually probes? Just from seeing what's going on this planet.
Coming back to collect their gold.
Yeah, they're like, let's see what happened to this place.
I hope they're taking care of my hairy friend.
Yeah.
That lives in the woods.
God, they killed him off.
He's in danger. Possibly.
Anu would be like, me, they killed him off. Oh, no.
No.
Say God, because, he's supposedly God.
It could be.
There's so much I've learned since the last episode. Like, for instance, the biblical God, who a lot of people believe is a God with a small g, is actually Anu of the Anunnaki, his son, a vengeful son named Enlil or something like that? Enlil, I think.
Enlil.
Anyway, and then his other son, Inky, was the one who actually helped humans evolve, right? And really was our advocate to the gods. And Enlil was actually losing his grip on humans, so he had to end his experiments. He's also the one who actually created us. Enlil. Enlil, God with a small G.
And he was an Annunaki alien. What?
Correct. Oh no, what is that?
That's not mine.
It's not. I guess my phone was. No? How the. Oh, okay.
Because you're on Facebook.
Yep, I'm on Facebook. I need to shut that.
Ooh.
Anyway.
No way to mess it up.
I'll have to cut that out.
Back it up like 5. Oh,
God
that's
damn it.
important.
Stop.
That's an important call right there. Who is it?
This is my mom.
Ah. Yeah. So she got something to say to you.
Hey, I got stuff I'm doing right now.
That's right. We're shooting a podcast, Mom.
We're getting ready to go to lunch or dinner, 4:30,
yeah.
5 o'clock. So she's probably like, "What's going on?"
What are you doing?
Anyway,
just double checking.
yeah.
Yep.
So I'll have to call her back here in a minute.
Well, I think we had a productive episode. We talked about what we messed up last episode. We talked about big feet.
Big feet.
We talked about the Annunaki.
Annunaki.
We talked about the Chinese weather balloon.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned ChatGPT-3.
Man.
I don't know if you've noticed, but every episode I've mentioned Britney Spears, and I plan to continue to mention Britney Spears in every episode somehow. So tune in next episode. You'll hear our newest Britney Spears statement.
Yeah.
Maybe play the Bigfoot sound again.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me get this. This thing is legit.
Yeah, listen to this again.
There's like no
It's
question.
100% proof.
Here we go.
Let's do it. This is 8 miles away.
Okay, we're 8 miles out into the wilderness.
It's mad.
Wow.
It's unsettling. It's not human, is what we're listening to. It's clearly not.
Not human.
You can't. You couldn't make something up like this.
Holy moly.
Yeah. We're not alone out there, folks. We're not alone.
I mean, you can't argue with that.
I mean, that's not even close.
Yeah.
That's kind of close.
I want to do something real quick here, because I just had a moment of panic.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're good.
All right, good.
I was like, holy crap, is it not recording?
It's not
yet?
doing it. So we've just been sitting here in silence.
And then I go to like put it on. I would still have released it.
Yeah. Listen to this, folks.
I've been like, are these guys crazy? Like, what's
Foolproof
I
evidence.
mean, we
right
are
there.
kind of crazy,
Silence.
but
Yeah, I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
okay, I am crazy.
Oh yeah.
You're crazy. Okay. You're not crazy. I'm crazy. That's the ingredients of a good podcast.
That's right.
One crazy and one sane.
One not so crazy.
Oh, I did want to kind of ask you something real quick before we go. I hear you have an expert on the Annunaki in the family, and I was hoping that maybe we could bring them on for a question and answer session.
It's possible. It's possible that might happen. Mm-hmm.
That sounds great to me. I'm really excited.
Yeah. That would be fun.
It would be a blast. Oh, hey, and if any of you blunderheads out there have a specific question about the Annunaki, send it to us.
That's right, in the show notes.
And then we could actually ask those questions
To the expert.
And
they'll let us know what the answer is. And we'll play it live.
Hey, hopefully we'll have YouTube live up by then. And
soon.
we could go live.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
And then, what I'm thinking is that as we start to go live, we'll start to cut up segments
Yep.
and then start posting them on TikTok.
Just slow and
Yeah.
to get more get some more blunderheads
right.
out there who realize that they would really enjoy this.
And then we'll have clips. We'll be live. We'll have a podcast that goes out every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, without fail.
Well, it's the 1st and the 15th. Twice a month.
Twice a month.
Yep.
Twice a month. And I think that's a winning combination. I mean, I think the people that are listening right now are die-hard fans.
Yep.
They're not going to go anywhere.
Yep.
And I just want you to know that we love you.
Totally. Pure love.
That's right. Send us messages on Facebook, Instagram,
Or Twitter.
YouTube,
YouTube. LinkedIn in the show notes.
MySpace.
I wish. We should actually, we might be able to do that one.
MySpace is still around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still exists, believe it or not.
I keep adding social media every show, so you have to make new accounts.
I know. I'm like, we talk about it, and then I go and make accounts for us. And then we talk more, and I make more accounts. Next thing you know, we're going to have all of the social media.
Every social media. Follow us everywhere.
What's
everywhere socials can be found.
All of them.
Yep.
Dark web. There's a lot of
Interlife.
Socials out there on the dark net.
Send me an email.
With your social.
With your social.
And the last 16 digits of your credit card number.
And I'll send you back your LOL Pikachu name.
Woot! Oh, yeah, we should I just wanted to hit one more time before we go. You can email us at Blunderbuss3D. That's BLUNDERBUSS 3D at gmail.com. And are we done?
Yeah, I think that's it.
We got to find that outro. Where's that? Oh man, this is a little bit different today. Yeah, we went aluminum. Oh, let's get that.
We recycle these, don't we?
Oh yeah, I saw a guy who melted down 1,000 cans and made an aluminum electric guitar. It was pretty cool.
That's my new goal in life.
Let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 cans now. So
We're starting.
Yeah.
Well, that's your side.
All right, folks.
Oh, don't forget. You gotta hit the. Where's it at? Do you remember?
It's
I think it was.
PUBG.